Welcome back to Literature Club. So let's read some poems, dude.
Goody.
Who shall I say my poem to first?
Yeah, let's start with Sayori because why not?
Would you like to take a break, Pedro?
Well, actually, now that you bring it up, I'd like to also straighten out something from the previous part. When I say childhood friend, I mean the childhood friend character that is always bugging you at every turn. That type of childhood friend character.
She's just trying to make sure that you're okay.
Most other ones are okay.
She's a person.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on.
No, I'm not saying that every childhood friend character is bad, but this one specific that Sayori is referencing, this specific one, this specific variation.
Are you sure you're not just letting your hatred of the childhood friend archetype get to you, maybe?
Well, Jova, everybody has something that crawls under their skin. This is mine.
True,
Yes.
yeah. Just don't let it crowd yourself in rage.
Yesterday's, and this one too.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this one.
You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
Basically,
Sayori, we already talked about this. I've never written poems before.
she asked about the supposedly feelings that she has never seen before explaining this poem. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
Eh?
Okay, Sayori, we talked about the airs, okay? The airs have to stop, okay? No, actually, I mentioned like 2 parts ago, I think.
Did you?
Okay. I'll try to keep that, down.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll try and keep that down, eh?
I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit it, but I don't think it's that.
Debs, just for that, nobody's reading your poem.
Go home, Natsuki.
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it.
It sucks!
It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
It's not easy being pink.
Say what? Is that better?
Sure.
Sayori, though the XZ has encountered a problem.
Wow. I think she's going.
He already has stopped
Stop
working.
thinking weird things, perv!
Whoa, isn't it usually the girl's job to be the soon?
I just mean that you're really an expressive person, I guess.
Sayori's brain is not responding. Abort, retry, fail.
Yeah.
I'm
We
supposed to
apologize
write
for
poems
the
about my own stupid life, but you somehow make everything in your life an adventure.
Oh, so she's like the girl from Bridge to Terabithia. What's her name?
Even
The one who
things.
dies?
Yeah, the blonde girl who literally turns every minor little thing into a gigantic epic adventure.
Let's not talk
I don't
about
know.
that shit. She was talking about cooking.
70% of anime.
Stop thinking about food.
Well, it goes to show how interesting the character is.
Not really a fan
yeah.
of that movie.
Me
I
neither.
guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings for you when I come through myself.
Good
It
ideas,
has a good
but
concept.
lame
It has a good concept, yeah.
execution.
Exactly, basically.
A funny story, even though I didn't see it in cinema, I was about to be, because it was baited into that thing that Doug mentioned in his review, the fact that it baited people, making it look like it was a generic fantasy movie, when it was clearly not.
I know, right?
What movie are you talking
Bridge
about?
to
Bridge to
Terabithia.
Terabithia.
Oh, yeah.
AKA, it's a movie that's totally gonna be fantasy, only not really.
The
You never
only,
understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori?
the only major contribution overall to this was the fact that we got like a 5-year-old girl say "God damns it to hell." That's literally the major contribution of that movie to society.
Anyway, the power of petting companion.
Aw, why do girls like that?
Just pretend that she.
It's a jest of affection, Joe, and believe me, not everyone likes it.
I know. I've met more people who don't like it than people who do.
Are you sure about that?
Usually they do it to the shorter girls in height, because they're short.
I guess. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, TL. Also, they now have official names. Some of these Splatfest exclusive stages are named after books. One of which is Bridge to Tentaswitchia.
That's not.
Oh,
The names are all very bad.
Why?
so's the waifu of that game.
Because... Well,
Yes.
it's just the first time you've written something for me.
Don't get used to it.
Of course you'll be writing a court summons.
Courts. A restraining order.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood.
I mean, I didn't write this for you. I only wrote it about you.
Are
I wrote this about you,
you
not for
listening
you.
anymore? Her to Sayori. Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really?
No.
See, even she's replacing the now.
Snap.
Oh snap!
Ah,
Thanos
yeah.
just snapped his fingers again.
good.
Oh, she broke her pencil?
I broke my
Sayori-
pencil.
So you need a bit of strength to
is
break
that
a
what they're
pencil
calling
with
it
your
now?
thing. Sayori easily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped.
It's funny you mentioned that, Pedro.
But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil.
Let me guess, they hit their heads.
Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
Oh, never mind. Why are her knees shaking?
I'm a little clumsy today.
Yeah, she's bumped her head a couple of times. We
If-
should
if-
really
if-
take her to see a doctor.
If it was only today, I would be a happy man, but it's not.
Let's sit down,
She
Sayori.
does get a lot of head trauma now that I think about it.
Yeah, Sayori,
Yeah.
why don't you have a seat over here?
Weren't we supposed to read
Sorry.
poems?
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk.
Sit the fuck down!
Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
This has
Oh!
been quite an adventure just getting to reading it.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
No wonder
Alright.
she makes life an adventure.
But Jova, it's so whimsical in here.
But it's not as good as yours.
We'll see, we'll see.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Alright, we're bottles.
Let's. Okay.
I
Bottles.
pop off my oh, who's gonna read it?
I am.
Oh,
Go,
Hopefully.
try it.
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little sun. Oh,
Yeah, freaking
whatever.
was reading.
Yeah,
it together.
Dwayne's,
Okay, since-
quick, cover that,
Sorry.
please.
Originally,
It's a
Simon
Little balls of
told me-
sunshine, they're all rubbing together like kittens.
Sorry, Dwebs.
Oh.
Like the website makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to
Okay.
make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save a day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go like
Of
exploring the
alcohol.
dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding.
Yes,
in the
please.
friends.
So basically, sunshine, fluffy bunnies, ponies, rainbows, and potential masturbation. Yes.
I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shell could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. And in they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts! In shards all around the floor.
Holy shit. Sayori, did you really write this?
Okay.
It sucks!
Of
So-
course I did.
It sounds
Sorry.
like a
Stop
metaphor
writing
for
your fan fiction.
ejaculation.
Sayori, I think you need to go see the school counselor. It's
You
Oh,
need
so now
help.
you wanted to see someone, not to do with the head trauma.
Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
That's
Yeah,
not the best poem ever. That's the equivalent of a 12-year-old fanfiction trying to write the best poem
mean-
ever.
That
I
poem
didn't-
actually has a meaning,
Didn't
funnily
expect
enough.
it to be like this.
Monica taught me a whole lot.
No,
Oh.
clearly she didn't. But actually no. Maybe she taught you a lot, except that you're incapable of learning. So yeah.
And I've been really in touch with my feelings lately.
Oh.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of creepy.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Creepy?
Yes,
Well-
it's creepy.
Not exactly.
Then why'd you say it were creepy then?
Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind.
Our pro tag isn't good with
I'm
words.
thinking too hard about this. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
He's not good with words, and yet he joined a literature club.
He joined for the boobs.
Yeah, that's
And the
kind of
cake.
obvious.
And the
And
punch
the
and the punch and pie.
The cupcake.
Free food and boobs.
Well, Shiroi, what more do you ask for in life?
I mean, remember,
That's
this is,
very
also the
true.
this is also the strategy that we're applying for the school festivals, so...
It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better.
Aw, that's so nice. Where's your nose now, honey?
It disappeared. It's like magic.
It's you see Jova. Saori's design is inspired by Krillin's also wonderful design, where, as the anime himself points out, he has no nose.
I'm really passionate. I hope you keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jova. This means that she can fight bacteria just fine.
Love
Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Famous last words.
So she's gonna be.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
That's Jova. Jova. I just realized, Jova. Sayori is going to become an Ace Attorney victim.
Oh god.
This is one of those times.
With that line, Jova, can you honestly tell me that you can see it?
I mean, she'll probably die writing out her epitaph with her blood.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go to Monica next.
Hi again, handsome Tio. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
You're not copying off of any famous poets, are you? I'll take that.
No.
As
Who do
long
you think
as it's
we are,
not
Brett
going bad.
King?
Monica says plagiarism is illegal.
You see,
Yep.
Monica, the situation of mankind is critical.
Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. Slap on her face. I gently slap the phone face of Monica.
Ahem. It's pretty good. It makes you think of Sayori, like the other one that she wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. Da 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 da.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Tio.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you?
Also, Monica, I'm not forcing her to eat a rat.
And again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. Yeah, but you're constantly bailing
I'm
her
not
out.
shy. It's just...
I'm just teasing. Besides, you're constantly bailing her out. She's kind of like your sidekick, and she's constantly getting into danger. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? I know I'm popular, but am I that popular?
No, it's nothing like that.
Oh, thank
This is
goodness.
usually the. Well, this
I'm
is usually
just still
the.
getting used to being here, that's all.
Oh,
the
thank
big
goodness.
du-
Now I need to have... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make it in time for my receiving the key to the city. I'm that popular. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I
You were
really
saying,
didn't mean
Pedro?
it like that.
Japanese writers and Western writers have usually different ways of writing the popular girl at school archetype. Usually the Japanese like to portray her as the nice girl who doesn't even realize if she's popular, and even if she does realize it, she doesn't really care, and she still tries to do good with her position.
Hold on, her poem. Go on, Jova.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. The noise that won't stop, violently grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent.
Not really. I'm not getting that
playing a
vibe.
chalkboard
I mean,
on a turntable,
She
like playing
described
a
the
vinyl on
colors
a
like
pizza
that
crust,
and the sound like that.
an
Kinda
endless
pizza.
poem of meaninglessness.
Oh?
Loathed
Honestly-
me.
Honestly, Taylor, this just sounds like a pornographic novel.
Pedro.
Does it?
It's even
Really?
more abstract with your last one, huh?
You think the save me and then load me sounds pornographic? Do explain.
No, it's the words she uses.
Oh, I never said that.
If anything,
It's
it makes
just a
me
kind
think
of
of
thing I never
technologic.
really seen before, I guess.
I kinda like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem.
It technically is, but it's not a type of poem I actually like.
It's almost
called
like magic.
modernism, I think.
The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over each other.
Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
It's about a video game.
Sometimes, asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling,
Oh god, he's talking like the Wachowskis now.
or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something.
Again, the Wachowskis.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind.
You see,
Or when
you see,
something
Compile Heart.
unexpected
This
may
is how you
happen.
fucking do it.
Hold on.
Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? I just say some of the darndest things. That's my
You know
advice
what's
for
interesting?
today.
You know what's interesting? Link's Awakening does that exact same joke in the beginning. But go ahead. But just to finish what I was saying.
Yeah, go on.
Just finish what I was saying. Whereas Western writers, when they write the popular girl at school archetype, they usually try to make her the snotty, cocky bitch who's mean to everybody. Notice how? Remember, Joe, when we commented on Cyberbully? Remember how the popular girl from that movie was portrayed? There you go. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers.
Aren't you the darndest great citizen?
Go ahead. All right. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring.
Ooh.
Metaphors can go a long way.
Yeah, I've tried to do that, but I'm not quite. I even know what a metaphor is.
A metaphor is when you make a comparison, a comparison that's not actually tangible. But I'll explain better.
Ah, okay.
I'm letting you mind you wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly embrace your reader and see into your mind.
I prefer giving a simple thank you, so we'll be alright.
It's a very intimate exercise. Don't worry, Dwebs.
I see.
Remember, Dwebs. UA prefers the subtle and deep type of writing rather than the simple and to the point type of writing.
I just think it's in the best interest of myself and everyone around me to not explore inside my head.
Oh, how bad could it be?
Anyway, the poem The Raccoon.
It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty thing.
Yeah.
My attention
Guilty
was
snack.
caught by scuttling of a raccoon outside my windows.
Yeah.
That was, believe, the first time I noticed my garbage. No,
Strange tendency of
strange tendencies. Again, the worse the worse the writing, the better the doctor. And as
as an
God,
ordinary human.
I cannot for the life
I'll
of me.
read.
I cannot read this for the life of me.
Basically, she gave the raccoon a piece of bread. The wound increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the
Let me try again. The same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. I put it on full screen. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. A raccoon has taken to following me. Oh, so you're like Pocahontas. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish?
Yeah, my cutting
Brandish my
knife.
cutting knife. Oh, the point is I've made a raccoon friend.
Aw, now don't tell him about Raccoon City.
I was a little more daring in this one with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that.
So Yuri's heading off with the Guardians too.
So not more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style.
Subtle.
Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Let me think of a...
Yeah, you figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well... I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Let me just think of a good example. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the
Oh.
sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep that to yourself?
Because it's none of your business.
Natsuki, shut up.
Because they're embarrassing,
Oh, how bad could they be?
and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Handsome Tail?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I mean, I wouldn't consider Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards embarrassing, more just convoluted.
The best we can do is respect each other in our individual, a very individual situation. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
Ain't that the truth?
I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oh no, chicks love good listeners.
Oh boy,
Oh,
here we go.
Time for the grambling.
In the meantime, I'll think of one.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one.
Thanks.
But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
I'm betting you have a lot of friends, don't you, Natsuki?
Feel what?
Everyone likes your
Well, anything that isn't a
cupcakes.
train well can't take as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's
Oh, okay. So when women have these mood swings, where
Natsuki completely missed the point.
okay, so if I understood correctly, whenever the women have these mood swings where they start the sentence by getting offended, but then they suddenly start acting like it's a compliment because they're confused
Yeah.
whether or not it's a compliment.
Well, I guess
They-
we've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same
The
wavelength.
secret page was to say as little as possible, and they'll
Remember-
work it out
remember
for
psychology.
themselves.
Is her type.
Sayori is a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you?
Trust me, honey, it's not because of my choice.
It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary.
You're the
got-
dead weight.
But think of it way.
She's
if it
the she's the dead
were
one.
for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon.
Yes,
We will say we each take of each other in our own way.
Yes, that's a good idea. Here, sorry, here's a couple balloons. You can go on an adventure
Whatever
like
it
in
is,
Pixar's
I don't
Up.
get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? It's spiders. Icky, wrinkly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders, that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends told her like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter.
Hey
if she
guys,
has
I
other
think she doesn't
hobbies.
like spiders, but
It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone.
Oh, will you just go ahead and
And then I'll
cancel
kill her.
already?
I'm not sure what to think about this poem.
Not bad, right?
You're gonna grow up to be a wonderful
Quite a bit
psychotic
longer than
killer.
yesterday's.
The only
Yesterday's was
thing I can
way
say,
too short.
the only thing I can say about it is that I have a pretty good feeling I know who it's about.
I was just warming up. I didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. Fuck spiders. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes we can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being.
She does sort of have a point, though. Sometimes the
anyone would
straightforward
agree
approach.
that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course! It's about how everyone thinks.
Oh?
That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I want it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy?
I agree.
Really?
Sweetie, that's how the people in the southern state of USA justify incest.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, Theo, that's the logical that's like the extreme. I mean,
You're worried about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say...
Did you just say
Yuri?
Yuri?
Yes, your girl
yeah.
crush.
She said her poem was an unusual hobby of hers.
that's actually
But she said something similar to you.
that's actually.
Should make each other feel insecure about those things.
I agree.
Really?
Aw.
Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies.
Natsuki's
Not
basically
that there's
just
anything wrong with that.
basically Jova. Natsuki just basically described one of my primary life philosophies,
It's
but I'll
not
explain
like-
later.
It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Baka. Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her.
There
Aw,
you
look
go.
at
And
that.
then you can
If she
ask
feels
her
ins-
out later.
If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all.
Bob.
I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. And the message today is, screw spiders and screw those who love them. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it.
Okay then.
Now get lost.
Well, we'll see the aftermath of the day and what happens next in the next part.
See you then.
So yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.